Hello, and welcome to the second episode of 3D for Everyone. In today's episode, I will go deeper into the process of making a model. For this episode, I will make a basic house. First, I click on the cube. Then I select it, press R, and scale with this option. These three options scale an object on two axes. For instance, this option scales the object on Y and Z axis. In the scene view, right-click a polygon mesh and select face from the marking menu. Now with the Move tool, click the top face, then hold left-click on the up arrow and drag it up. This will scale selected faces of the object on the Y-axis. Now click the Multicut tool and then switch view by pressing spacebar. Then navigate mouse over the top view viewport and press spacebar. This will use the top view now. Now zoom in by holding Alt and right-click and dragging the mouse. Hold Ctrl and left-click while using the Multicut tool and place the edge loop in the middle of the object. Now go back to perspective view in the scene view. Right-click a polygon mesh and select edge from the marking menu. Press W and select the top edge. Hold the top facing arrow and drag up. This will form the base shape of your house. Change the viewport from perspective to front view using space in the scene view. Right-click a polygon mesh and select vertices from the marking menu. Now hold left-click and drag to select the top vertices to adjust and manage the height of the house. Switch back to perspective view using space. Right-click a polygon mesh and select face from the marking menu. Now select the two top faces that form the roof of the house. And from the top tool menu, click the Edit Mesh option. Click Extract. After clicking Extract on the selected faces, those faces separate from the rest of the model. In this instance, the roof faces were selected and extracted, and as a result the roof and the rest of the house is now to separate meshes. After extracting a mesh, click Center Pivot. This will center the pivot to the mesh so that actions, such as rotate and scale, are done precisely, and moving is more convenient. Go back into the front view. Select the bottom two vertices of the roof and click R. Now scale these vertices together along the X-axis. Switch to the Move tool while both vertices are selected and drag it down so that the roof is aligned to the body of the house. Go back to perspective view, select the roof faces. Select Move tool and hold Shift and drag up with the top arrow. Holding Shift and moving faces is another way of extruding. Extruding this way can also be done by using the Scale tool. In object mode, select the roof. Now click the Isolate tool to show only selected objects. Rotate and pan the camera so that you can see the bottom portion of the roof. Select Edge. Select the two parallel edges on one side. Click Edit Mesh. Click Bridge. If you get this visual bug, it might be a double face, meaning instead of having one face in that area, there is two faces. For the other face, we will double-click any edge around the hole. Click Mesh. Click Fill Hole. This will add a mesh around the selected edges. Click on the Isolation tool again to come out of isolation and view the entire house. Select the two front-facing and to back-facing faces of the roof. Now click R and scale the faces along the Z-axis. The roof will now protrude out from the front and the back. We have modeled the base structure of the house. With this, we have reached the conclusion of today's episode. Today we learned how to scale a model on two axes, how to change the view from perspective to orthographic, how to extrude using the Shift key. We also learned tools like Extract, Center Pivot, Isolate tool, Bridge, and a visual error called Double Face. To everyone that made it to the end of the video, thank you very much. Keep watching, subscribe, and stay tuned.